Portland, Oregon, are you okay? Is everyone here okay? Anytime I'm on the road and someone finds out I'm from Portland, Oregon, they always ask me that. They're like, are you okay? Is it okay there? Because it sounds like it's bad. And now I just lie to them. I'm just like, it's not okay. It's not. It's a burnt out husk of a once great city. Roving bands of fentanyl-doped Antifa super soldiers roam the streets, cornering hard-working taxpayers, pulling out hand-crocheted guns. Just like, update the pronouns on your LinkedIn, or I'll ask for your consent to shoot. Every single one of these fallen cities are the same. Every fallen city, whether it's Portland or Chicago or San Francisco, the worst thing that happens in any of those cities is that there's slight inconveniences. Like, it's a little bit harder to get deodorant. If you want to get deodorant now, you have to go visit it like you're visiting somebody in prison. It's behind a glass case. And then you gotta hit that button. And that button is not hooked up to anything. It's never... It's not. You just hit it. And 5 minutes go by. And then you hit it again. And another 5 minutes go by. And then you just decide, all right, I'm gonna smell bad. That's it. I'm just gonna smell bad. I don't even think smash and grabs are a thing, really. I don't think that's what's going on. I think what's happening is just normal, everyday people are so tired of having to hit that button waiting for someone to bring them deodorant that when we see it unguarded, we're just like, all right, I'm gonna come up. And we just grab all of it and run. I'm getting old. And you never know how you're going to find out that you're getting old. But it comes for all of us. I heard a Vampire Weekend song in a blood pressure commercial. And I am currently on that blood pressure medication. I don't know what happened to me. I used to be beautiful. I used to be young and beautiful. My body was perfect. I could eat Taco Bell and then go to the gym and I was fine. I could do that. I could do these things. And now, if I eat a piece of pizza, I can't read. Anticipated this. I understood that I couldn't keep doing drugs and drinking the way I was forever. And even certain food, I was like, all right, well, you should eat less of that as you get older. But I went to the doctor recently, and my doctor told me that I can no longer even sleep safely. He did. My doctor told me that I have a condition called sleep apnea. And this is after every woman I've ever slept with telling me that I have sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is a condition where you snore so bad that not enough oxygen gets into your brain. Basically, I have a condition where when I fall asleep, I turn into a pug. Sleep unsupervised. The one thing we let babies do, unsupervised. And this makes me sad. It depresses me. But also, if you think about it, it's a story of human triumph. It is, right? Because I've become such a chubby little guy that I broke the system. I have become comfortable beyond God's foresight. Right? God was up in heaven like, I will create a creature that sustains itself on an equal measure of eating and sleeping. And one of the angels was like, but God, what if they get so good at eating that they can no longer sleep? And God was like, spare me your philosophical riddles, angel. I have created perfect balance. Yes, I have created plentiful food, but I have also created famine and war and winter and wolves. And the entire time we were down here on Earth like, what else can we put in a pizza crust? Nom, 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 nom. But we have also solved sleep apnea now. Because I have a mask, I have a device that I can put on at night that lets me sleep safely at night. It's called a CPAP mask, and it's a full face mask. When I put it on, I look like a fighter pilot on a mission to never have sex again for the rest of my life. I worry about what's going to happen if I die in my sleep while I'm wearing that mask. Because that means that my ghost will also be wearing that mask. We all understand that, right? Your ghost is wearing whatever you were wearing when you die. That's science. That's hard science. And I'm going to have to explain that to other ghosts. And many of those ghosts will have died before the invention of the CPAP mask. So they're gonna think I died doing something cool. They're gonna be like, oh, okay, all right, I know you got a good story, man. What happened to you, dude? What happened to you, dude? He died in 1830, but he still talks like this. What happened to you, dude? Dude, I drank a hella poisonous tonic, dude. That's what happened to me. What happened to you, brother? Were you like a undersea welder or something? What happened to you, man? What's with the mask? Were you like a fighter pilot? No, too big. All right, what were you? What was going on? I'm gonna have to be like, oh, no, nothing like that. I had so much fudge that my body forgot how to sleep. I'm 39 years old. Every day I see another fact about how old I am that hurts my feelings. Every day I'm scrolling on social media and I see one of those posts that's like, wanna feel old? And never once have I wanted to feel old. If I wanted to feel old, I would try to pick up a sock. But I read them nonetheless. I saw one the other day that was like, did you know that the amount of time that has passed between now and the release of the original Jurassic Park movie is the same amount of time between the release of the original Jurassic Park movie and when actual dinosaurs roamed the earth? But I'm trying to own it. I'm at the age now where if I want to have kids, I really got to make that decision. And I do think I want to have kids, but I'm not sure that I want to have them for the right reason. Because I mainly want to have kids for mischief-based reasons. Like, I want to have a kid, and I want to dress him up in the exact same outfit that I'm wearing. Send him into a convenience store to grab a bunch of candy bars and then run out without paying. And then he'll hide in a bush and I'll take his place holding those candy bars. So when the guy working at the convenience store runs out after him, he sees me. And I'm like, I got bigger, what do you want to do? I should have kids, right? Yeah, all right. It's dangerous having no kids at this age. Because when you're a middle-aged white male, you start developing hobbies. And we traditionally have not had the best hobbies. I have too much free time, and I've found myself getting into conspiracy theories. I think my generation is especially prone to conspiracy theories, by the way. I think we are, because I have a theory that when people my age... But I knew myself too well. I enjoyed the Da Vinci Code too much to be 100% sure that I wouldn't eventually get into QAnon, right? Like... So I've had to pick up hobbies. I've had to pick up hobbies so I don't get into, like, conspiracy theories. I swear this is true. I got into smoking meat. So I would have something to do. I did. I got like a big green egg in my backyard and I smoked meat on it. And QAnon and smoking meat are actually pretty similar pursuits. Whichever one you get into, you end up watching a lot of 90-minute YouTube videos. Where it's just like a fat, sweaty guy in Mississippi talking right into the camera. Here's what they're not telling you about natural gas, brother. But I did. I got into smoking meat so I wouldn't get into conspiracy theories. You might say, instead of QAnon, I actually can't tell this joke. I'm sorry, I can't do it. No, I'm sorry, I can't do it, I know. No, this is the special. You all came here tonight. I appreciate you so much for supporting me, but in good conscience, I can't tell this joke because if we're being 100% honest with each other, last time I did, somebody died because it's... No, it's because it's too funny. It's too funny of a joke. I appreciate you volunteering. But even still, it's random. It's random. But I can't do it. I just can't do it, all right? I feel like, so we'll just move on. Is that all right, I'm gonna tell it, but like all right. Okay. Just set the scene again. About 25 minutes of the most blistering stand-up comedy you've ever heard, and then... Okay, in the context for this, I got into smoking meats and I wouldn't get into conspiracy theories. You might say, instead of QAnon, I just can't do it. I'm sorry. Because for you, this is all fun and games, right? But I was on stage. I saw it happen. I saw someone was sitting right there and they laughed so hard that their skeleton flew out of their body. And the skeleton sat down next to them and the skeleton was laughing. So the skin was laughing and then the skeleton was laughing and the skeleton was laughing so hard that the ghost flew out of the skeleton. And then all three of them were laughing together, right? All three, and then the skeleton and the ghost, they looked at each other, and then the skin and the skeleton looked at each other, and then all three of them looked at each other, and they were like, whoa, and then they all three collapsed. And now I am locked in litigation, all right? Heavy litigation. And I have not worked in show business in over a year. All right, I'll tell it. Okay. Instead of again, just set the context. I got into smoking meat so I wouldn't get into conspiracy theories. All right, here we go. Instead of QAnon, I got into barbecuing. Hard to come back from that one. That's probably gonna have to tear the theater down after that. It is, though. It is hard to tell another joke after that. I might move into some crowd work. Is that okay with everybody? I'm not even a crowd work comedian. I'm honestly, I've never done crowd work before, but I figured, hey, if you're ever gonna try it, why not here? Yeah? All right, here we go. Do you mind if I try crowd work on you? Is that okay? All right, put your game for it? All right, cool, perfect, okay. All right, here we go. What's your f***ing problem? Gonna get those Instagram numbers up quick. Quick.